Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Atmanirbhar Uttar Pradesh Rozgar Abhiyan for migrant workers in the state via video conference. Nearly 30 lakh migrant workers in Uttar Pradesh have returned home because of the pandemic. PM Modi lauds Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister and the people of the state for which the state managed COVID-19 pandemic, says the government has managed to save the lives of thousands of people by taking effective and proactive steps. One CRPF personnel martyred, one injured and a civilian also killed in terrorist attack in J&K's Bijbehara. Injured CRPF personnel shifted to Srinagar base camp for treatment, while 3 terrorists gunned down in Shevaular village of J&K's Tral district. Supreme Court approves cancellation of remaining 10th and 12th board examinations of CBSE, allows CBSE to proceed on assessment plan to give marks to students for cancelled examinations. CBSE will announce 10th, 12th board exam results by July 15th. Indian Railways cancels all the regular train services which are not operational at present till August 12th. Those who have booked tickets for the services between July 1st to August 12th will get the full refund, says Railways. All 230 special trains will continue as scheduled. Serological survey to determine spread of coronavirus in Delhi will begin from tomorrow, covering 20,000 people. The survey helps in comprehensive assessment of the spread of infection in the capital and will help draw up a comprehensive strategy. India's recovery rate improves to over 58.24% with 2.85 lakh recoveries. Active cases cross 1.89 lakh with 15,301 fatalities. Global corona cases rise to over 96 lakh with over 4.89 lakh deaths world over. Namaskar, I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Our top story: Prime Minister Narendra Modi today launched the unique and path-breaking initiative scheme of Atmanirbhar Uttar Pradesh Rozgar Yojana. The aim is to provide employment to each and every migrant worker who lost his or her job during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Abhiyan was launched via video conferencing in the presence of the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, and various ministers of UP government also participated in the virtual launch. In his address at the launch ceremony, PM Modi commended Uttar Pradesh for the way in which the state managed COVID-19 pandemic. He said that the way Uttar Pradesh has handled the situation is unprecedented and praiseworthy. He added that this is an example of transforming crisis into opportunity and hoped that other states will come up with such schemes too.
यूपी में गरीबों को 42 लाख मैट्रिक टन खाद्यान्न बांटा गया, अनाज बांटा गया। जिनके पास राशन कार्ड नहीं था, उनके लिए भी यूपी सरकार ने सरकारी राशन की दुकान के दरवाजे खोल दिए। इतना ही नहीं, उत्तर प्रदेश के 3.25 करोड़ गरीब महिलाओं के जनधन खाते में लगभग 5,000 करोड़ रुपए सीधे ट्रांसफर किए गए। आजादी के बाद के इतिहास में संभवतः किसी सरकार ने इतने बड़े पैमाने पर गरीबों की मदद नहीं की है।
And also the Prime Minister said that under the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign, clusters of industries is being made to boost local produce. Many large industrial bodies are turning towards Uttar Pradesh to form clusters to ensure employment to the migrant workers.
यूपी की एक जनपद एक उत्पाद योजना तो पहले से ही स्थानीय उत्पादों को बढ़ावा दे रही है, उनको एक बड़ा बाजार दे रही है। अब आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान के तहत जब पूरे देश में ऐसे स्थानीय उत्पादों को बढ़ावा देने के लिए उद्योगों के क्लस्टर बनाए जा रहे हैं, तब उत्तर प्रदेश को बहुत अधिक लाभ होगा। इससे कपड़ों के, सिल्क के, लेदर के, पीतल के ऐसे जो अनेक औद्योगिक क्लस्टर है, उनको बल मिलेगा, नया बाजार मिलेगा।
Right, and the Prime Minister also focused on the benefits which have been provided to farmers to sell their products directly outside the mandi. Prime Minister also underlined steps taken for special infrastructure fund of 15,000 crores which has been created for the livestock and dairy sector development.
3 कानून केंद्र सरकार लेकर आई है, उनसे किसानों को मंडी से बाहर भी अपनी उपज बेचने का अधिकार मिल गया है। यदि हमारा किसान जहां बेहतर दाम मिलेगा, वहीं पर किसान अपना सामान बेचेगा। दूसरा, अब किसान अगर चाहे तो अब बुआई के समय ही अपनी फसल का दाम तय कर सकता है। इसके अलावा हमारे पशुपालकों के लिए अनेक नए कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं। 2 दिन पहले ही पशुपालकों और डेयरी सेक्टर के लिए 15,000 करोड़ रुपए का एक विशेष इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड बनाया गया है। इससे करीब 1 करोड़ और नए किसानों, पशुपालकों को डेयरी सेक्टर से जोड़ा जाएगा। डेयरी से जुड़ी नई सुविधाएं तैयार की जाएगी। अनुमान है कि आने वाले समय में इससे गांवों में लगभग 35 लाख नए रोजगार तैयार होंगे।
PM Modi also urged people to maintain social distancing and use face masks until a vaccine for COVID-19 is developed.
हमें नहीं पता कि इस बीमारी से कब मुक्ति मिलेगी, लेकिन हां, इसकी एक दवाई है जिसका हम सबको पता है, और ये दवाई है 2 गज की दूरी। ये दवाई है मुंह ढकना, फेस कवर या गमछे का इस्तेमाल करना। जब तक कोरोना की वैक्सीन नहीं बनती है, टीका नहीं बनता है, हम इसी दवाई से इस कोरोना से रोक पाएंगे।
And nearly 30 lakh migrant workers in Uttar Pradesh have returned home because of the pandemic, and over 31 districts have seen return of almost 25,000 migrant workers. Out of these, 5 districts are aspirational districts, and this Abhiyan is focused towards providing employment, promote local entrepreneurship and create partnership with industrial associations and other organizations to provide employment opportunities. And also on this occasion, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, employment is being given to all migrant workers of the state who return home during the lockdown.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत के अंतर्गत आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अनलॉक की कार्रवाई के बाद जो मार्गदर्शन पूरे देश को दिया, उसके अंतर्गत आज उत्तर प्रदेश में सफलतापूर्वक इतने बड़े पैमाने पर रोजगार, सेवायोजन और स्वतः रोजगार के कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाया जा रहा है। होम क्वारंटीन का कार्यक्रम सफलतापूर्वक संपन्न होने के बाद बचे हुए जो कामगार और श्रमिक हैं, इनके लिए पर्याप्त मात्रा में रोजगार सृजन की आपके मार्गदर्शन में सभी संभावनाएं प्रदेश में मौजूद हैं।
And Prime Minister also interacted with the villagers from 6 districts of the state and heard their experiences. Villages across all districts of Uttar Pradesh joined the program through the common service centers and Krishi Vigyan Kendras, maintaining the norms of social distancing in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now let's listen in to some of the interactions, including with Vinita Pal, who is leading a self-help group in the district of Gonda, and Tilakram, a beneficiary of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana from the district of Bharich.
के के विषय में जानना चाहूंगा मैं।
नर्सरी का काम करती हूँ सर। सागवान लगाए हैं, कैक्टस लगाए हैं, सहजन लगाए हैं, बेल लगाए हैं, नीम लगाए हैं और सारे से काम और मैं करती हूँ। 10 महिलाओं को मैंने इकट्ठा करके संगठन बना के मैंने एक काम चला दिया है नर्सरी।
तो ये 10 बहनें कितना कमाई करते हैं आप इस नर्सरी शुरू किए हैं तो?
जी हमें महीने में 50,000 बचत हो जाती है, साल में 6 लाख बचत हो जाती है।
6 लाख रुपया एक साल में कमाई भी हो रही है और आप पर्यावरण की रक्षा भी कर रही है। चलिए, आप और आपके समूह की बहनें जो काम कर रही हैं, बहुत ही प्रशंसनीय काम कर रही हैं। तो काम क्या करते हैं?
काम यही खेती बाड़ी का करता हूँ साहब।
अच्छा।
और नरेगा में काम करता हूँ साहब।
ये पीछे बहुत बढ़िया मकान बन रहा है आपका, तो बड़ा तगड़ा, क्या बात है?
आपसे कहा है साहब, प्रधानमंत्री जी आपने दिया है।
अच्छा, आपको सरकार का लाभ मिला है?
ये बहुत दिक्कत थी साहब, ना ये घर था, छपरा था, बारिश में बहुत दिक्कत होती थी और गर्मी में भी दिक्कत होती थी, लेकिन आपने दिया, बहुत अच्छा। अब है परिवार हमारा सुखी से रहेगा।
हमने आपको ये आवास दिया, सरकार की योजना से आपको लाभ मिला, तो देश की भलाई के लिए आपको भी अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाहिए। कहिए कुर्बान अली, क्या करते हैं आप कल?
भाई मैं राजमिस्त्री का काम करता था। लॉकडाउन के दौरान मैं और मेरा छोटा भाई गांव वापस लौट कर आए। प्रधानमंत्री जी को मैं आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं कि गांव वापस आने के बाद मुझे और मेरे भाई को और मेरे गांव में जितने लोग आए हैं सबको राशन किट भी दिया गया और 1,000 रुपया भी दिलाया गया, जिससे हमें बहुत खुशी हुई। और राज्य सरकार को हमारे हुनर के मुताबिक हमारे ही गांव में हमें काम भी दिलाया गया। सर लॉकडाउन के समय हम भी घबरा गए थे, लेकिन आपने ट्रेन भी चलाई और घर वाले थोड़ा खुशी भी हो गए कि ये रमजान का दिन भी था और ईद भी करीब थी, इसलिए घर वाले बोले 12 मई को प्राइवेट गाड़ी से हम लोग घर चले आए, अपने परिवार के साथ ईद भी यहाँ पे मनाई।
तबीयत संभालते हो कि नहीं संभालते हो? बड़े बहादुर बन करके ऐसे ही घूम रहे हो।
नहीं सर, यहाँ पे आके बहुत खुश हूँ। यहाँ पे रोजगार भी हमको दिलाया गया, यहाँ पे भी हम काम भी कर रहे हैं।
So villagers sharing their experiences there. And now the big news coming in. The terrorists now today attacked a CRPF patrolling party deployed in Bijbihara area in Anantnag district of Jammu and Kashmir. And during the attack, one CRPF personnel was martyred while one other was injured. The injured CRPF personnel has been shifted to Srinagar base camp for the treatment, and also a civilian young boy from Yaripura also killed in the attack. And 3 terrorists have been gunned down during encounter in Shebaular village in JNK's Tral district. 2 AK-47 rifles were recovered from the encounter site. Police and security forces continue to undertake joint search operation. Now moving on, Vande Bharat mission continues to bring distressed Indians back home. The evacuation operation is in its 3rd phase. On Friday, a Kochi-bound flight will bring passengers evacuated from Muscat, Oman. People expressed joy and thanked the government for bringing them back home. And another Thiruvananthapuram-bound flight will be bringing stranded people from Qatar. The Vande Bharat mission, which began on May 7th, will enter its 4th phase on July 1st. The Supreme Court today approved the Central Board of Secondary Education notification to cancel the Class 10 and Class 12 examinations scheduled from 1st to 15 July. So, assessment of the performance of the students in the cancelled examinations will be done based on the assessment scheme as suggested by the competent committee of the CBSE for declaration of the result for both Class 10 and Class 12. Results will be declared by July 15th so that candidates can apply and seek admissions in higher education institutions, and for class 12th, CBSE will conduct an optional examination in the subjects whose examinations were scheduled to be conducted from July 1st to 15th as soon as conditions are conducive, as assessed and decided by the central government. And candidates whose results will be declared based on the assessment scheme will be allowed to appear in these optional examinations to improve their performance if they wish so. And however, the marks obtained by a candidate in these optional examinations will be treated as final for those who have opted to take the 10 examinations. Meanwhile, CBSE in principle has agreed to issue similar notification as given in their affidavit. It may consider conducting optional exam for class 12 as well. An assessment scheme of ICSE will be notified on its website within 1 week. The Supreme Court was hearing pleas seeking cancellation of pending exams of CBSE 12th. Moving on Supreme Court's approval of CBSE notification, Union Human Resource Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank has tweeted saying, and I quote, "I'm thankful to the Honorable Supreme Court, Honorable PM Shri Narendra Modi ji and Honorable Home Minister of India Amit Shah ji for accepting our proposal of not holding the CBSE examinations of class 12 from 1st July to 15th July. He also said that students will be given the choice to decide if they want their results based on the methodology of assessment as decided by CBSE or choose to write exams again. In another news coming in from Supreme Court, the Apex Court has decided to hear on June 29th the pleas by foreign nationals who have challenged the government orders that blacklisted around 2,500 citizens from 35 countries from travelling to India for alleged involvement in Tablighi Jamaat activities. A bench comprising Justices A.M. Khanwilkar and Dinesh Maheshwari asked the counsel appearing for the petitioners to serve copies of their pleas to the centre. 4 petitions have been filed by 34 individuals, including a Thai national who is 7 months pregnant, challenging the centre's orders on April 2nd and June 4th, by which over 2,500 foreign nationals who are currently in India were blacklisted. Moving on, a central team led by Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Joint Secretary Love Agrawal is in Ahmedabad in Gujarat today to interact with the state officials and coordinate with them to strengthen ongoing efforts for the management of COVID-19. The team will also visit Maharashtra and Telangana. So, in a significant ramping of the testing facilities across the country, India now has 1,007 diagnostic labs, and this includes 734 in the government sector. Absolutely, 734 in the government sector and 273 private labs. So, total diagnostic labs 1,007, 734 in government sector and 273 private labs. And from limited COVID-19 test in January 2020, 2,07,871 tests conducted in the last 24 hours, taking the cumulative tests to more than 75 lakhs at 75,60,782. And so far, a total of 2,85,636 patients have been cured of COVID-19. The recovery rate is 58.24% amongst COVID-19 patients, and presently there are 1,89,463 active cases, and all are under active medical supervision. And Home Minister Amit Shah has reviewed implementation of various decisions on COVID-19 in Delhi, which were taken on June 21st. The meeting in this regard was attended by member Niti Aayog, Director AIIMS, DG ICMR, along with Delhi's Chief Secretary and Health Secretary. So it was clearly noted that decisions were being implemented in a smooth and timely manner, and a COVID response plan was finalized for Delhi. District level teams for COVID related tasks were also constituted, and it was also informed in the meeting that the redrawing of containment zones, including all clusters of COVID outbreak in Delhi, would be completed by June 26 as per the timeline fixed, and completion of door-to-door health survey would also be done by June 30th. That means in 4 days' time, and as per the directives of the Home Minister, discussion was done on the serological survey in Delhi, which will be carried out jointly by NCDC and the Delhi government. Survey will begin from June 27th. Training of all the concerned survey teams was completed yesterday itself. So Home Minister Amit Shah also approved the combined use of Arogya Setu and Itihas apps, mobile applications, as strong predictive tools for future detection of COVID-19 outbreaks in population clusters, and the training on combined use of apps was imparted by NCDC trainers to the district teams of the Delhi government yesterday. Moving on, to adopt a comprehensive policy for Delhi, the government will conduct random serological tests of 20,000 people starting tomorrow till July 10th. Serological survey will be conducted in all districts of Delhi, in which sample testing will be conducted spanning all sections and ages. It will help in comprehensive assessment of the spread of the infection and will help draw up a comprehensive strategy. A sero survey involves testing of blood serum from a group of individuals, and it is a community-based sero survey to estimate the prevalence of COVID-19 infection in population. The survey was started by ICMR during May in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, National Center for Disease Control, state health departments and the WHO, World Health Organization. And post the recent development that the Embassy of China is one of the donors of the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, BJP President JP Nadda launched a scathing attack on the Congress. He took to Twitter and targeted the Congress dynastic policy and greed. He also attached documents of the donor list of the foundation from 2005-06 as well as 2007-08, where money has been donated to the foundation through the PM National Relief Fund. In a series of tweets, he said, and I quote, "One family's hunger for wealth has cost the nation immensely. If only they have devoted their energies towards a more constructive agenda. The Congress's imperial dynasty needs to apologize to the unchecked loot for self-gains." People of India donated their hard-earned money to PMNRF, to Relief Fund, to help their fellow citizens in need. To divert this public money into a family-run foundation is not only a brazen fraud but also a big betrayal of the people of India. PMNRF, meant to help people in distress, was donating money to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation in UPA years, who sat on PMNRF board. Srimati Sonia Gandhi, who chairs RGF, Srimati Sonia Gandhi, totally reprehensible, disregarding ethics, processes and not bothering about transparency. On to some other news now. Indian Railways has cancelled all regular trains till August 12, 2020. And in a notification issued yesterday, it said those cancelled include regular timetable passenger services, including suburban services, and all special Rajdhani, mail and express trains, however, will continue to operate. Railway clearly said that it has only enabled full refund of trains which are not being operated and for which tickets have been booked prior to lockdown and up to April 14th. It stressed that no trains which are presently operational have been cancelled. Also, all 230 special trains will continue to run. As far as the running of more trains is concerned, Railways is currently monitoring their occupancy position, and all will be informed and bookings will be done as and when the decision is taken about them. There is no blanket order ruling out running of more trains till 12th of August. And complete lockdown will be imposed in Guwahati from Sunday midnight for 14 days. In a press conference on Friday, emergency service will be allowed and only pharmacy, hospitals will remain open. Essential item shops, fruits and vegetable shops will remain closed. This lockdown will be a stricter one than the earlier lockdown, and from today evening curfew is imposed in Assam from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Weekend lockdown in town committees and municipalities will be imposed from Saturday onwards, and villages will be exempted from it. Critical infrastructure constructions like Ganeshpuri flyover, Baghjan, etc. will be exempted from it. And let's now take a look at the COVID-19 update from across the world. So over 96 lakh people have been tested positive for the COVID-19. We are talking about the global figure, while over 4.89 lakh have lost their lives so far. The US continues to remain the worst affected with respect to the number of confirmed cases, followed by Brazil and Russia. And over 24.22 lakh people have been tested positive across the US, while over 1.24 lakh have died due to COVID-19 so far. Brazil has recorded more than 54,000 deaths and over 12.28 lakh confirmed cases, and trailing behind the US in both the categories, while Russia has reported over 6 lakh confirmed cases. Well, that's all we have in this news bulletin. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.